can we start off with the two exciting new products, one that's behind you, one that's to the side of us. Few words on your new products here at the show.
So what we are showing today is the entire gamut of alternate fuels and energy systems, all the way from CNG, LNG. We have battery electric vehicle. We also have two flavors of hydrogen. One is the hydrogen IC vehicle, other is hydrogen fuel cell. But what you're seeing to my left here is a concept for a 14-seater passenger vehicle based on, of course, those platform. We expect a potential for this in various segments, including last mile commute, including feeder bus and so on and so forth. And this again powered by a CNG engine. One directly behind me is actually a heavier truck, the other extreme, 55-ton GVW with a LNG engine and LNG tank, with tank capacity enough to cover 1,000 kilometers in a single charge. So even though it is similar engines, completely different GVW ranges, right? One is less than 3-4 tons, the other is 55 tons. So we're seeing extremes of what could be done in terms of alternate fuels.
And going by what you're showcasing, it's also a reflection of what the market is going through, right? Nobody has clarity on what is going to be one particular technology as far as powertrain is concerned. How do you see things shaping up as far as the market is concerned for different applications, different solutions?
It will become like that. I think unlike maybe the smaller segments, even passenger vehicle, two-wheelers and all that, the commercial vehicles actually become bigger and bigger commercial vehicles, larger and larger. There is no one clear path. What you're going to see is multiple options that make sense. It will again be driven by the specific application. You could argue that a battery electric truck may not be applicable to a heavy battery vehicle, may be applicable to a heavy truck. But if you look at, for example, tractors that run in ports, which run in a contained area, easily be electric. So it is going to be very, very application dependent. So you can actually see battery electric existing in heavy duty vehicle for application which is in a transit tractor. Or you could see same way LNG being in the mine tipper and long distance vehicle. You can see hydrogen fuel cell being for long. So it is right. It is no more homogeneous. It is going to be a fragmented, application based, market based, even customer based preference.
As an OEM, you're probably getting ready for whatever possible solution that can be offered. What about the rest of the ecosystem? That includes your customers, your supplier partners, the government and the regulatory bodies. How is the rest of the ecosystem shaping up? Your thoughts?
You're right. The bigger question is not technology in the product, but the ecosystem availability. What you'll probably see is pockets of availability of infra. Charging station being available at a certain point, maybe some hydrogen stations available at a certain point, LNG. I think it will take time to evolve. Whether it is driven by the government or the natural economics takes over. In sense, somebody sees a profitability in this business model, they will do it. I think it is still evolving in my view, and that is why nobody is able to comment and say which technology will take off. We're talking about everything could happen, but you never know. If somebody comes in strong with a hydrogen supply chain and is able to penetrate the market, it may actually take off. There is no such thing as a bad technology at this point. It all depends on the full ecosystem.
Right. So again, going back to the different technologies, LNG, CNG, hydrogen ICE, electrification as well. What about the traditional ICE engine? Do you still see it surviving maybe 5-10 years down the line?
Absolutely. I think there is no scenario that at least we can envision where hydrogen is going to die in the next 10-15 years. You can start seeing some erosion of certain segments, but the core will remain diesel. Absolutely, there's no doubt about it.
Right. Few words on the show. I mean, as indicated, we're here after 3 years. What are your expectations as an OEM? Again, going back, you're doing your best to showcase that you're ready. What are your expectations? Whom do you expect to come here? What are the dialogues that you're looking forward to? Your thoughts on this?
I think for us is the opportunity to interact with a lot of customers, showcase our technologies to our dealers, our customers, also understand what the competition is up to, also interact with some of the suppliers who are actually in a different location. But idea is to overall get to meet, understand what is going on, and sort of walk away and say, hey, this is where, okay, we are generally in the right direction, this is what the industry is moving towards. All is well.